Nova Godzilla, a fan-made Godzilla that I made a very long time ago in my imagination of a head that I have. And we have Composite Godzilla, the real Composite Godzilla, made by Godzilla Guy himself, the Green Lizard, the atomic bomb itself. Now, we're going to get into how strong are these two fan-made Godzillas made by their own original creators, legendary Nova Godzilla and Godzilla Guy. Let's get into it. But first, let's dive into the story of Nova Godzilla first. And I will be explaining how strong he is in this story. Let's try and make this the most powerful fan-made Godzilla and make it a tie fight with the real Composite Godzilla. And there is a plot twist, so be warned, this might get crazy. Alright, let's get into this. In a long time ago, when the universe didn't exist yet, God created a Godzilla named Nova Godzilla that wasn't ready to be born until God says. After a little bit of time, the years passed and all. He was born in 2036 as he was in the ocean resting as God put him there. As you can see, God was making these monstrosity creatures to show humanity who's the boss. As Nova Godzilla arrives at a surface, he looked everywhere and he sees the people tormenting and humiliating God as Nova Godzilla charges his atomic breath, and as he strikes down, a Godzilla appeared out of nowhere. It was Final Wars Godzilla. The two faced together, as you can see. Nova Godzilla had the face of legendary Godzilla, as basically Monsterverse Godzilla. As Final Wars and Nova Godzilla face to face, one charge, as it was Final Wars blasting his heat ray beam at Nova Godzilla, as it didn't affect him. As Nova Godzilla got closer and closer to Final Wars Godzilla, Nova Godzilla grabs Final Wars Godzilla's head and rips it off instantly, playing with his victims, as he wears Final Wars' head as a costume, which is kind of brutal, but who cares? And also wearing Final Wars Godzilla's skin as his whole entire body consumes his power of darkness and energy. Final Wars Godzilla was defeated by Nova Godzilla. Final Wars fans, if you're seeing this, do not get mad. It's not my problem. It's your problem for me writing him too much. I'm just saying. Alright, let's continue. As Nova Godzilla killed Final Wars Godzilla, he absorbed the energy and he became Final Wars Godzilla, shifting into him, but also shifting back into himself, knowing he has his power and all. As he roams around, he takes a rest in the city, and that will be it for his day. Until another Godzilla appeared. It was Heisei Godzilla, but in his burning form. As Heisei Godzilla was roaming around, trying to cause chaos, Nova Godzilla charges at Burning Godzilla without a sight of knowing. As you can see, Nova Godzilla bites down his Burning Godzilla's neck, which is Heisei Godzilla. Also, rest in peace to the actor too. Heisei Godzilla, you were a good one, and rest in peace to the one that played the 1954 Godzilla. Rest in peace to both of you. Two legends passed away. So yeah. Anyways, back to the story. As Nova Godzilla bites down on Heisei Godzilla's neck, which is Burning Godzilla, he rips off Heisei Godzilla's head again, decapitating him as Nova Godzilla's favorite tormenting of Godzilla's, decapitating them instantly from their necks. As you can tell, Nova Godzilla wears Burning Godzilla's skin and his head as he absorbs it into his body, making him more powerful and more angry at the humans for what they're doing right now. As you can tell, humiliating God isn't a right thing. As Nova Godzilla charges up his beam and blasts it onto the ground, destroying the whole entire city. As you can tell, he roams back into the ocean and takes a nice nap for 45 years. As he woke up from his slumber again, and after that, walking up to the surface, seeing the new sight of the new world, knowing that he must destroy it at all costs. As he even got closer, a Godzilla appeared out of the ocean. It was IDW Godzilla. But this time, this IDW Godzilla was not the same at all. As you could tell, he was absorbing power from the destroyer. As you can tell, IDW Godzilla has destroyed his head, absorbing his energy, making this Godzilla having destroyed his beam as he strikes at Nova Godzilla. Nova Godzilla tackles IDW Godzilla. After that, he decapitating his jaw off, and after that, decapitating his head, wearing his skin, absorbing it again. This Nova Godzilla was basically more powerful than any Godzilla ever has been, until his face challenge became more serious. Years passed. It was the year 2103. As you can tell, Nova Godzilla can live up to that long, knowing he's 3,000 billion years old. Don't even ask why. Nova Godzilla was basically trying to live his life until he met him. Composite Godzilla, standing there in front of him, waiting to fight him at all costs. Composite Godzilla charges at Nova Godzilla. Nova Godzilla charges at Composite Godzilla, and they both clash, making a big shockwave across the Earth. As the shockwave also shockwaves the other planets, the sun, and other planets, even a black hole. That's how powerful they are. As you can tell, Nova Godzilla becomes even more stronger as he feeds off his radiation, staring off into his eyes as they make sure what's going to come next in their next fight. That's going to happen soon enough. Nova Godzilla disappears, not cowering off, but just watching him, making sure Composite doesn't escape. As you can see, Composite Godzilla is wandering around, not knowing that he's being watched. After that, he leaves, and after that, Nova Godzilla opens a portal and goes back to another universe to feed off more radiation and power and energy from the darkness. 50 years passed by, and Nova Godzilla was roaming around the dimensions that he created. As he was resting in space, noticing that he wanted to defeat Composite Godzilla, which is his final opponent that he wanted to face off. So this time, he traveled and traveled to fight him, until he actually did. So this time, Composite Godzilla was just resting around his time, not knowing that he was being watched by him. As Composite Godzilla roars, knowing that he was being watched, because he has a great sense of smell, or he has a good sense, whatever. I can't really tell because I'm sick while I'm doing this. I really don't care. I just want to finish this video so you guys can actually get some entertainment from this content, dude. I'm just tired, but I have to do this on my own. But if you're hearing this right now, this is being released on Christmas. This is a Christmas gift. Not like a whole entire full-time video, but this is a Christmas gift for y'all. So yeah, let's continue. So as Composite Godzilla was roaming around, trying to find who was watching him, Nova Godzilla landed on the ground as he was prepared to attack. But this time, Composite Godzilla attacked him first, but the fact is, he fucked up. He fucked up. As you can tell, Nova Godzilla charges at Composite Godzilla as he punches him 3 times, +2, +4, +10, and +30. Add that up, I'm not good at math, because I hate math so much. Fuck. So anyways, as Nova Godzilla was punching him so many times, Composite Godzilla rounds it up with a swirly. There's no ear, so he put it up his app. No, I'm joking. It wasn't a swirly. It was basically a Saitama punch. So as Composite Godzilla Saitama punches, Nova Godzilla, which was never really that strong. Basically, just normal punches as they keep ramming into their fuck as they keep ramming into each other. Basically, it creates two big explosions, causing the world almost to collapse as they charge up their atomic breaths and they charge it at each other as it collides, beam clashing each other. As you could tell, which one was winning? None, basically. They're all about to die. But except Nova Godzilla was breaking the fucking fourth wall again. So he broke the fourth wall, ripping off the screen, shoving it into Composite Godzilla's mouth. Basically having so much cartoon force, this thing absorbed too much cartoon force from other dimensions, so it got the height of Composite Godzilla. As you can tell, Nova Godzilla was about to rip off Composite Godzilla's head, making sure it comes off. Then after that, with the final snap, Composite Godzilla died. So as you can tell, Nova Godzilla absorbs his energy by wearing his skin and his whole entire body, absorbing his whole entire goddamn skin, absorbing it into his chest, face, eyes, and everything in his body. And now he was fully complete. Nova Godzilla has the power to end the world. Nova Godzilla wanted to have something more than that. He wanted to end the whole entire thing by rewinding when the Big Bang didn't happen. Then he felt his Midas gauntlet on his hand. Feeling so much power in it, he decided to do the unnecessary. He Thanos snapped his Midas gauntlet, and everything went back to when it started. When the Big Bang did start. So that includes everything. This is really short. I just really don't want to make this very long at all. So, yeah. I will tell you more abilities that he has of Nova Godzilla. So let's just get into them right now. So I can get this over with. No, never mind. I'm just gonna put these on the screen so you can read them out. I'm not reading. You can read them. You know, fine. I'll just explain. Basically, his first ability was scratch. We all know that. His second ability is to his tail whip, which is very hurtful, in my opinion. He can his clash is basically like running up to somebody or a kaiju, and then after that clashing into them, making a big explosion or something, or a big bang, or shockwave or something. And his fourth one is he can summon black holes and summon other dimensions to help him by opening portals. And he can also use his golden heat ray, which is he actually can turn into, which actually can turn into gold. But he can switch his atomic breath to any kind of Godzilla breath from other movies. He can also transform into any Godzilla. This is his true. This is his true form, though. He can only transform into other Godzillas, basically in his own style, and he can also transform into anything else or like any dimension, all that. But that's his like other forms and all that, which pretty overpowered. And I don't want to debate this because it's too OP. So if you guys ever want to put it on this in a debate, like a debate edit, you're only get one chance at this, only one chance, because if you like debate this over like 1,000 times, it will be restricted, prohibited, whatever. Fuck, I can't even spell. Which you cannot use multiple times. You only use this one time. One time. You get the one time pass to put this in an edit, alright? A one time thing, alright? Now, it's okay if it's overrated. I don't care. I don't care. But his other forms are pretty underrated. I don't know why, but who cares? Alright. So his fifth ability was the Midas Touch, and his sixth ability There's atomic breaths and all that. I don't know if I said that already. And his speakers can do a lot of damage, can hurt people's ears, this is his seventh move. And his blasters, which can turn into can stop actually it can stop time basically, which is it's gold. And his he also has like TV screens on his like shoulders. Basically, the speakers are on his back shoulders, and his TV screens are on his front shoulders. The his speakers are on the back shoulders. The TVs are on the front shoulders. Yeah, basically. And he has a blue core like around his chest or something, or he has a blue core between his chest, and after that he can like blast it into somebody or kaiju. Basically, I don't care. The TV screens are basically like red screens, like basically hypnotize people and kaiju's and all that. But what is it? Where am I getting this? It's from Skibbity Toilet. I don't care. All right, they're called attachment trophies. What am I supposed to think about, huh? All right, I do love Skibbity Toilet, but I just don't like the kids doing this stuff. It's supposed to be PG, 13, not little kids stuff. All right, whoever the little kid found this, it's your fault. It's your fault for finding Skibbity Toilet. This is supposed to be a 13-year-old short YouTube short thing, but I'm guessing it's pretty stupid how a kid found this. The Fuke Boom, please put an age restriction on Skibbity Toilet, knowing that it's 13. All right, Gmod is not for kids. All right, Gmod is for grown ass grown ass adults, teens, whatever. I don't care. But if you were a kid who ever watched those OG Gmod stuff, you're a legend. Basically, I love those when I was like a kid. Basically, yeah. I think that was his. The TV screens are his 8 move. His blasters are his ninth. His 10th is basically the core, and basically he has other kind of forms that are pretty cool. His what do you call? His 11th form. He can transform into like any kaiju he wants. Basically, like also, he can transform into any Godzilla. The 12th form, he can transform any kaiju, like villains and all that. And the 13th one, which is the final one, he can snap his fingers and end the world, creating the Big Bang. Well, rewinding actually, creating another Big Bang or something when it didn't happen and all that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe or something, and please stay healthy. I'm sick right now while I'm recording this. So yeah, I love you guys. You guys are best, and yeah, I'm doing good. If you're wondering, me and my girlfriend are absolutely loving each other. You know, couples and all that. And God's a guy. If you're watching this, stay collecting and have a great day. See y'all in the next video. Bye.